Hello, people of the internet. I am rotting my brain, and ooh boy, have I been putting this video off. I don't know why I have just been sitting on this one. I've been meaning to make it for probably about a week, and thanks to my laziness, everything I'm about to talk about is just gonna be like old news. But fuck it. I might as well put something up before I fly off to, see my family for Thanksgiving. But yeah, anyway, in the past 3 weeks where I've just, not been doing anything, Wargaming has announced a couple things. First off, new premiums, German destroyer T-61, which, it's a tier 6 and it's just a all-around better version of the Ernst. And yeah, it kind of has to be better to survive tier 6 matchmaking, but it might be a little, too good. But we'll see what happens with that premium when it gets released. But the other two, the Japanese tier 7, the Ashitaka, which is just a stock Amagi, and the Italian tier 7, the Duca de Abruzzi, I think that's how it's pronounced. That thing is just like a Duca d'Aosta with 2 more guns and worse matchmaking. Which, but both those premiums seem kind of meh. I know the stock Amagi I wasn't particularly fond of when I was grinding through it, although admittedly that was with tier 8 matchmaking. I don't know what they're going to do to make the Ashitaka a bit more competitive, but honestly, I'd far rather see, Japanese premium ships that actually existed. Issei, Tone, that kind of, those kind of ships, not just stock versions of the old battleships that we already had. We already have the old stock Nagato in the form of the Mutsu. We're now getting the stock Amagi in the form of the Ashitaka. We're getting an alternate Amagi, or we got an alternate Amagi in the form of the Ki. What's next? Are we going to get like the Yamashiro as the stock Fuso at like tier 5 or 4? Do you remember how trash that thing was? But yeah, let's have some real Japanese premium ships. So yeah, that rant over. The real big news that's coming up are the U.S. carrier changes as well as the new Pan-Asian destroyers. Now, I'm going to save the Pan-Asian DDs for another video because I have a lot of things to talk about related to those ships. So, just for now, I'm just going to touch on U.S. CVs. Now, I'm kind of a middling carrier player. I would consider myself to be kind of, bleh with those ships. There are people out there that I've run into that have just been clearly better than, and whenever I finish a game where I just stomp the enemy carrier into the ground, I'm just like, oh damn, I am good, and then I queue up again and just get my hopes and dreams absolutely destroyed. And that's the problem with carriers. There's just such a massive gap in skill associated with these ships, and standardizing flight control loadouts, I don't know how much that will help the quality of the people that play them, but it shouldn't really hurt in terms of just ship balance. Like, whenever I played the Zuiho when I was derping my way through the Japanese line, I've derped my way up to the Hiryu, by the way, but whenever I play Zuiho, it's just every single time I get into a game, AS Bogue, AS Bogue, AS Bogue. And yeah, it gets pretty tiring. So the standardization of all American carrier loadouts, I'm excited for it as a mainly Japanese carrier player, meaning I don't have to deal with ass cancer anymore. Although I did actually grind my way up to a Bogue very recently just so I can be on the giving end of the ass cancer, like experience like that ship before it gets changed. And final verdict, not sure it was worth it. I mean, yes, I shoot down a lot of planes, but I don't think I've had a single game in that ship where I've done more than 20,000 damage. Like the RNG dive bombers, even with 7 planes, or thanks to the air superiority skill, that's just, it's not a good way of dealing damage. And unless you're fortunate enough to bomb a ship that has just used their damage control ability, you're just gonna bomb and they're gonna immediately put out the fire. So you get no DPS from fire, so you're only really racking up alpha damage from HE bomb hits. Whoop-de-fucking-do. So yes, I'm kind of interested to see how these carrier changes are going to turn out for the sake of balance against the Japanese carriers. So how is the new Ranger loadout going to stack up against just the 222 Hiryu that's still going to be sailing around? Now, I'm thinking that they're probably going to change the Japanese carriers as well, but when that'll happen, I don't know. It's already the 11th month of Wargaming's Year of the CV, and they're only just getting to slight changes in one line of the two. So yeah, this is gonna be just a very just painful transition with these ships. I don't know how that's gonna turn out. And yeah, Wargaming actually, I believe, announced that, or not announced, they stated that actually, quote unquote, fixing CVs would require like completely changing detection and anti-air mechanics, which is why they haven't really been able to do anything yet. If that's true, well, then maybe a bit more information about what exactly they need to change might be helpful. But that would explain why it's been taking so damn long. And they basically all but admitted they had no idea how to fix carriers by eliminating them from the first season of clan battles. I mean, not that I really give a shit about clan battles, but yeah, that is telling. So yeah, well, we'll see how these carrier changes go. I'm not entirely sure when those changes will happen. I'm thinking the next patch at the end of the month, probably along with the Pan-Asian destroyers. But I don't know. The Wargaming just releases stuff whenever the hell they want, really. But yeah, that's really all for me. I'm going to hop on a plane and go have turkey. Thank you all very much for watching, and that is the video.